Molweni Betanala Molweni. Greetings, dear listener of Gqeberha. The time is 1 minute past 1, and you are listening to Agape FM, bringing the gospel nearer to you. I am Unobi Sambekela, and this is the Midday Talk with me, again, Unobi Sambekela. And across from me is sitting Libongo Sitole of Siagistyling. If you are tuning in on our live Facebook page or on the app, or on the website, welcome once again. I am Unwabisa, and I will be bringing you the gospel nearer to you. And like I always say, that on the Midday Talk, we're always bringing you movers and shakers of Gqeberha. We're bringing entrepreneurs, and we're bringing abantu abahle. Budunjan.
I'm good, so much.
I am well, thank you. Guys, if you are tuning in on our live Facebook page, like I'm seeing right now, you will be seeing Usitole, Mr. Sitole Libongo of Siagistyling. Is there anyone that you want to give a shout out to?
There's a lot of people that I'd love to give a shout out to, but mostly, importantly, my family, my mother, my sister, my father. They're my biggest supporters. They support me in everything that I do, and I'm grateful for them. Thank you.
Thank you, mommy. Thank you, family. Thank you, everyone. As you all know, per custom, how we do it here, we first read you the bio, then we go into the conversation. Let me tell you more about Libongo Sitole. Oh, sorry about that. Libongo Sitole is based in Motherwell, Gqeberha. Is currently studying marketing management in PE College. He previously attended Newbrighton Primary School and Newton Technical High School. Libongo is a menswear enthusiast and the founder of Siagistyling. Siagistyling is a fashion brand that specializes in image consulting, open bracket, personal styling, wardrobe makeover, and personal shopping. Oh, and editorials, close your bracket. Styling, blogging, and vintage ties. As you can see now, he's wearing a tie. It all started in 2017, where he started blogging very casually. He just dressed up, took pictures, and posted them. As the time went by, he grew in the fashion industry as he collaborated with photographers and other models around. He created leverage that developed more confidence to invest in what he did. Libongo started doing seasonal style guide shoots and posted them on his page, and people were inspired with what he did. He collaborated with the likes of Markham, the big brand, right?
Yeah,
all right. So on. It was in 2018 when Libongo started styling people. This also started casually as people were asking him for styling advice. One time, some of his friends asked him to dress them up for their matric dance, and it was then he realized that he had it in him. In 2020, Libongo worked at Agape TV as a head of wardrobe, and it was for a short period of time. In 2020, he started his necktie tie collection. His necktie tie, where he collected old ties from charity shops and from individuals. He collected them, fixed them, and resold them. To cut the story short, he just launched his new vintage collection titled Unique Patterns for Unique People. This year, 2021, 29th October, Libongo believes that promoting dressing up is a form of good manners and is a confidence booster. Let me repeat that. Libongo believes that promoting dressing up is a form of good manners and a confidence booster. We dress up every day, so why not look amazing? Go to an event or an important occasion and you don't know what to wear. You need a perfect tie for that outfit. Libongo's got you. And he's got you. So let me go into the tie and the business and at large Siagistyling.
Yeah.
Before we go into that, who is Libongo? Tell me more about you.
Libongo is a young man from Gqeberha, Motherwell. I grew up in Motherwell, and I'm currently studying marketing at Russell College.
Mm.
I'm a menswear fanatic. I'm a tie collector. I'm a personal stylist. I'm a personal shopper. And that's what I do. I live fashion. I do fashion for a living. You see? So I grew up in Motherwell. I started dressing up at the age of 5, to be honest with you. I used to go to church every Saturday, and my mom used to dress me up every Saturday, right? So, to cut the story short, it grew inside me, to be honest, right? Because I would find inspiration anyway, in the house, how my mother coordinates her furniture, what else? The confidence that it gave me, because I was a young kid growing up, and I was a kid who likes things, So it actually grew inside me, and I grew up as a person who's a problem solver. I always knew what to do, Even if I didn't, I had to find ways of doing those things, right? So that's Siagistylist for you, problem solver. That's me. Thank you so much.
I love the fact that you're mentioning that you found inspiration from furniture for fashion.
Yeah.
We'll go into that into a bit. So you're saying you're studying marketing management.
Yeah.
How does that link to Siagistyling?
It links very well, to be honest, because no matter what you're selling, no matter what you're doing, whether you're a designer, whether you own a radio station, whether you sell whatever, if you're not good at selling, you'll be out in the market, to be honest,
True.
You have to know how to sell yourself. You have to know how to create strategies of selling yourself, right? So the course that I'm doing is in line with with the business that I'm doing, as much as not practically because it's fashion, but in a way of doing research, in a way of being able to do the basic things of business, drawing up a business plan, drawing up a marketing plan, marketing proposals, As a brand, we propose a lot to other brands, to grow the brand. So it's in the same line, to be honest with you. Yeah.
I love the fact that it is it's aligned.
Yeah,
aligned. Everything is aligned because if you have a business, you need marketing.
Exactly.
You need marketing. So Siagistyling.
Yeah.
The name. What does it mean and why Siagistyling?
It's a very long story, to be honest with you. But it's a random name that's not random anymore. Because it's a nickname that I was given by a friend of mine. So it has no particular meaning, but it's a nickname I was given by a friend, and it sounded cool back then. And people started calling me by that name until it became what it is today, right? At that time, it sounded like a very powerful man with a lot of money. And it sounded like someone who's in a movie and someone who dresses up very well and is Italian.
Okay.
And I'm very inspired by the Italian culture, and I believe my life is a movie, So that's where the name originated, It's a nickname from a friend, and it grew. I really didn't expect it to be this big, It's like a stage name, So yeah.
Thank you, friend, for bringing that name about. Because now we are sitting with Siagistyling.
Yes.
And it was just a nickname. So now it's come to life and it's given many people an image, an identity.
Yes.
And most importantly, it's your business now.
Yes.
Okay, so what is image consulting? Because I also read in your bio that you also bring or you give image consulting. Tell me more about that.
Image consulting is all about choosing and coordinating clothes for certain individuals, depending on what they want and where they're going, right? So choosing clothes, and coordinating and choosing accessories for them, depending on the occasion or the event. You know, so that's what image consulting is about.
Okay. Now, dear listener, if you do not know that image consulting is all about, it's just adding value to your wardrobe.
Yes.
And
exactly.
I also read from your page, because I also do a lot of stalking. So I also read that you said develop a relationship with your wardrobe.
Yes. What I mean by that, developing a relationship with the wardrobe, is having that kind of emotional connection of not having a difficult time when choosing an outfit.
And I always have every morning.
Exactly. You see? So now having that connection with the wardrobe and with that certain items in your wardrobe, and actually how you buy your clothes depending on what you have, because buying what puzzles in your wardrobe, you know, buying clothes that complements the other clothes that are in your wardrobe, so that you cannot wear an item once or twice, you know, being creative and actually repeating an outfit without people noticing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, dear listener, the time is 12 minutes past 1 on a lovely Wednesday in November 2021. You are still tuned to Agape FM, the midday talk with me, Unobi Sambegela, where we bring you movers and shakers and business people. Across from me is sitting Libongo Sitole from Siagistyling, and we're still talking about his brand and his business. He just schooled me on image consulting. So you started blogging about fashion in 2017.
Yes.
What inspired you?
Yo, it's overwhelming to talk about it, because it makes me so emotional, because it's very close to my heart, right? Like I said to you, that I started at a young age to dress up,
True.
right? And my mom invested in me, to be honest, you know. She always bought me suits. She always bought me, you know, things that will make me feel good about myself, right? So that created confidence inside me and self-awareness, right? So that grew inside me to a point where it was my everyday life, you know, where I went to church, I dressed up. I went to the mall, I dressed up. I went to the movies, I dressed up, you know. So it was something that was repetitive, and it was something that became a character, you know. So what I did is that I enjoyed taking pictures, like taking pictures, dressing up, taking pictures, posting them on Facebook, posting them on WhatsApp. And to be honest, I was just doing it for myself because it felt good, you know. It felt really good, and the feedback was crazy from people, right? People were like crazy with my style, like, what are you doing? Like, how did you mix this and this? Wow. Like, hey, it was crazy, to be honest. And people were making inquiries about fashion advices, style advices, and so on, right? So I thought, why not start something? And because now I wanted to be a model. I wanted to work with brands. I wanted to be in an agency and all that. But I realized that it's far for me to get there, you know, and I live in PE, that there are not so much opportunities here, you know. So why not create my own playground? You know, why not do my own thing? You know, why not build my own brand, my personal brand? You know, so what inspired me to do that was the feedback that I got from people, and the fact that I enjoyed helping people, you know, and the fact that I enjoyed researching and knowing more about menswear, you know, because you'd find that there are certain items that had an impact in my life, like a tie, you know. So that's it.
Let's just double tap on that, on the tie part. Why a tie though? I mean, you could have done anything else, but you decided to do a tie collection. Why ties?
Um, like I said to you that I grew up in church, right? So I grew up in church. We wear ties a lot, right? And at school, you know. So that emotion that I got from wearing a tie was just amazing, you know. The confidence that I would get from wearing a tie, the feeling that I would get from wearing a tie was amazing, you know. So to be honest with you, I as I grew in the menswear industry, right? I think I was 16 years old or 15 years old. I was invited to an event by Tano Ndlwana. Tano Ndlwana is a designer, bespoke designer. So I got to that event. I was the youngest one there, to be honest. I was the youngest one there. And there were like businessmen, businesswomen, designers around, you know. And I was the most vibrant, you know. And to be honest, I had the thing in me of curiosity. I wasn't comfortable of not knowing things.
Oh.
You know, I wanted to know how a shirt is made. I wanted to know how a jacket is made. You know, there's a verse, Ecclesiastic 7 verse 25 that says, I applied my heart to know, to seek wisdom and the reason of things. You know, so like I always wanted to know the reason of things. Like, wow, this is a mic. How is it made? You know, so all those things inspired me, and it was a collective that actually transmitted what I was trying to say, right? So now with ties, I got associated with designers now, and with the event that I was mentioning, that I was the youngest there, yet I was the best dressed there, you know. So it's those things that were like encouraging you that, look here, you're good at what you do, man.
True.
And I feel like sometimes it's God putting that inside you, and you actually investing in it and following it, you know. So now with the ties, I come a very long way, to be honest. I come a very long way, and it's another story how I got into business now with the ties, you know. Because this one time I was in a charity shop. I was in a charity shop. I was actually passing by, you know, and I was like, yo.
Okay.
Knowing me, I don't do secondhand clothing, you know. I don't, you know. People who know me know that I wear good quality clothes, and I invest in my wardrobe because I want clothes that will last me for a long time, right? So I was passing by this charity shop. It was actually in 2020. And I got in there, and when I got in there, I saw nice secondhand coats. I saw nice jeans. I saw nice. And when I was like, let me go, and I won't buy these things.
This is not for you.
This is not for me. There was something that said to me, like inside, I think it was the Holy Spirit, man. Like, turn back. I turned back. I saw a bunch of ties there, a lot of ties. And I'm like, sure. And I'm a big fan of ties. And they're in a very cheap price, you know. So I bought a lot of ties there. I started styling them up, and I'm like, yay. People were asking me now, where can I buy this? Where can I? And I'm like, you can buy it at that charity shop. I'm like, this is a business opportunity for me.
Let me sell them myself.
You know. So I decided that, look here, I'll collect the ties from the charity shops. I'll do my research. I'll look for the charity shops around town, and I'll collect ties from people that are not using them anymore. You know, the disadvantage about those ties that they were old ties. You know, so what I did is that I collected them, I fixed them, and bought packaging and created a poster, posted them on social media, and
it became a business. And here we are, a tie collector. You are a collector. And ladies and gentlemen, if you are still tuning in, I mean, I'm getting schooled. I am getting these vibes that it's business and it's fashion.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for actually explaining what everything is all about and why you started a tie collection within that market. If you are looking for any consultations, if you're looking for any advice on ties or especially on fashion as a whole, we have Libongo right here. And he gives you advice, and we are giving you his contact details at the end of this so that you know what's happening and where you can find him. So, Libongo, you speak more about fashion, you speak more about ties and yourself as an individual. And you spoke more about research and being curious.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's curious, it's just wanting to know more.
Yeah.
But it is curious,
It
but
is.
yeah.
It is.
So, how do you keep up with emerging fashion or the tie trends?
Okay. Like I said to you, that it's curiosity that drives me, to be honest, because I want to know things. And it's exciting to discover things that I didn't know and discovering things that have a contribution in my growth, right? Style-wise, mental-wise, emotional-wise, spiritual-wise, you know. So being a stylist is all about research, number one, you know? Because if you are my client, right, I have to know how to dress your body shape. You know, I have to know how to dress your face shape. I have to know how to put on accessories on that certain item that we'll buy, right? I have to look for that outfit for that certain item, you know. Because being a stylist is advantage. It's an advantage for the client, because now it saves you time. Because I will look for the product and I will find it, you know. So with my research sources and analyzing trends and reading more magazines and networking with retail manager stores, putting them in my contact list, and so on, right? So now with all of that, it needs me to actually know how to make you look good, right? Without putting away that you being you, right? So now it's a point of, you will save time, because now when you're looking for something for an event, right, then you don't find it. It becomes frustrating to you, you know. So that knocks off your confidence, you know. So now you're not confident anymore to go to that event or whatsoever, right? And another thing is, every occasion has a certain outfit, right? So most people don't know that, and most people don't know that they need stylists, you know. So with research that I have to find out that, what do you wear at a gala dinner? What do you wear at a breakfast lunch? What do you wear at a sporting event? You know. So with all of that being said, it's very important to look the part, you know, because by looking the part, it says a lot about you respecting the occasion and respecting yourself. You see. So now it all starts with you inside. So I, as a stylist, I cultivate you being the best version of yourself by finding your style signature, by finding the colors that look good on you. You know, if you're dark skinned, you can't wear a lot of dark colors. You know, so by revamping your wardrobe makeover, there's certain hairstyles that you can do with certain outfits. You know, people don't know that. There's certain earrings that you can wear with a dress, you know. There's certain watches that you can wear with anything, you know. People don't know that, and they think they don't need stylists, you know. So it's a very beautiful journey for me, because now it's lifelong learning. You know, I learn every day. I have people that mentor me. I have people that I look up to, that actually like, no man, this is what you're supposed to know, this and this and this and this and this. And I have private sources as well, you see. And with social media as a whole, everything's on social media now. YouTube, and actually learning things, practicing things and then teaching them.
True.
Yeah.
True. And it's always said that to be successful, you must always be a disciplined learner of the game.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
with you reading all the time, going back and forth with reading and research, that is powerful.
Yeah.
And you sound like a person who knows his things. So if you are looking for a stylist, Libongo is here, and he knows his things. He knows. I mean, he said Siagistyling has got you. So who? Because you keep saying men. Who's your target market, and how do you map them?
To be honest, it's not easy segmenting a target market, especially when you don't have the right resources, because sometimes research is very expensive.
True.
There's a lot of resources that you allocate when you have to do research, right? So now you have to be smart about it, So what I do is I segment my market by the age. Number one, I know that it's youth from 18 until 40. I know that it's people that are into fashion. It's people that are into formal wear. So what I actually do, I look for them. Where are they? Where can I find them? Then they are on social media, but where can I find them on social media? If I can't find them on social media, I have to create strategies for them to find me, right? So attending social events, attending fashion shows, that's where you meet them.
True.
And the most powerful strategy is viral advertising. People have to talk about what you do.
True.
When you put yourself out there, and when you put quality work, and when you put work that you say you do, creating an image that people will trust. That's how it's been working for me until today.
I think I'm just being schooled. I am being schooled about the target market. Let me ask you: do you sell men or women or both?
Both.
How do you sell women in ties?
Most women don't wear ties, right? But some do.
Okay.
Right. To be honest with you, a tie is not only a fashionable item. In uniforms, you wear ties. Any type of uniform. If it's a school uniform, it's a work uniform, or whatsoever. And there are women that are stylish, and there are women that are interested in knowing that, look here, how can I wear this, man? I love the patterns, because it's patterns that are unique, with blends that have unique combination and color blends from the 60s and 70s, and it's vintage retro designs. So I haven't not sold a lot of ties to women, but I have styled them, dressing them up, and so on.
Okay. If you're a woman, if you're a lady, if you're a guy, Siagistyling is here for you. They style you. They also have a tie collection. Libongo is a tie collector.
Yeah.
So, and he does research. I mean, if you go into any business and they don't do research, I'd run. I would run, because it just gives me some sort of understanding about them that they might not understand what they're doing.
Yeah.
So research is very efficient, it's very effective, and very important. Do you have because you mentioned about something about research as well, and the tone, the color tone, the physique of the person or the persona. So do you have a process in which you style or dress your clients?
Yes, I do. I do. Like I said, that I invest so much in research, so I buy a lot of magazines, I subscribe to a lot of blogs, just to find out that what's trending, what's the color that's trending, what's going on the fashion radar, I have to be up to date, trend analysis, market analysis, what people are talking about, what people are wearing, what's in fashion now, and so on. You see, so it's a process whereby there's a consultation first, right, before we start working and
True.
and completing everything. I have a consultation fee, right?
Okay.
So now we sit down and we have a conversation. We talk. The main motive first about dressing you up is actually knowing how kind of a person you are. Because first of all, I have to know how kind of a person you are, your character. Because I cannot dress you to be like someone you're not.
True.
I have to cultivate that beast inside you, like I have to cultivate that beast inside you, and it makes me feel good when someone looks good, and when I help them to look good, so now with the process of consultations, choosing the outfit, maybe do you have an idea? What idea do you have? Okay, I see. Okay, this is what I've got for you, right? I do my research, get back to you. Obviously, I analyze with the body shape, with the face shape, with the skin tone, with everything else.
Okay. Out of all the different types of ties that you've worn, or you dress a person by or with, or the collection that you've had, what is the type of tie? Oh, it's a tongue twister there. What's the type of tie that you enjoyed working with the most?
That's a very difficult question, to be honest.
Because you work with so many ties. But I mean, you might have maybe, because I do my research as well. So there was a tie that was vintage. I'm not sure. So there must be some type of tie that you enjoy working with the most, or you don't repeat ties.
Okay, look here. First of all, I collect vintage ties.
Okay.
So it's different color blends, unique patterns that are unusual. You never see them in retail right now. It's fashion from a long time ago, and it's fashion that's trendy again, and now it's trendy and people don't know where to get them. So my favorite tie. Every tie is my favorite.
Said all vintage tie collectors.
Every
tie is my
I promise you, you can give me a tie now. I promise you, I'll make sure that I dress up for it. Okay. I'm a very versatile person. Okay. I'm a very creative person. I can do anything with anything.
Okay. Says the stylist. Says a stylist, and I will stop there. So you're a fashion stylist.
Yes.
You are a vintage. You're a tie collector. Yes. Let me not say vintage, but you are a tie collector and you're an image consultant. Yeah. What does fashion mean to you?
Fashion to me means being yourself. Fashion to me means transmitting the message you want to say through clothes. Fashion to me is not following trends, but buying trends and using them your own way.
Okay.
Fashion to me is actually being the best version of yourself. Because now you'd find that we wear clothes and we don't take them too seriously, and to the fact that we buy clothes every time, whereby sometimes we don't need clothes,
True.
So fashion to me is using what you have. Fashion to me is cultivating that inner beast inside you. Yeah. That inner beast, that confidence booster that when you're looking good, you will feel good, When you feel good, you will think good. And when you think good, you'll do good.
True.
And it all starts inside. I always promote gentleman's ethics, that you can look wonderful outside, you can look amazing, but it starts inside.
True.
True. And when the inside is not good, eventually it will show outside.
True.
So fashion to me is about expression, you know. So it comes a long way because it's about growth, you know. Fashion to me is about everything happening around me, what people are saying, what's happening, the climate change, the weather outside. I literally get inspiration from the smallest things, you know. I can get inspiration from this mat right here, you know. I can get inspiration from drawing, from music, you know, from an artwork, you know. So fashion for me is life.
Fashion is life.
Yeah.
Fashion is life, says Libongo Sitole. To him, fashion is life. Dear listener, the time is exactly 36 minutes past 1 on a Wednesday afternoon, and you are still tuned with me, Unwabi Sambekela from Agape FM, where we bring the gospel nearer to you. Before I let you go, sir, two things. What are the future plans of Siagistyling and Ulibongo?
Yeah, it's a very sensitive topic. I'm looking at going to bespoke, right? Maybe one day in 10 years' time, maybe in 20 years' time, maybe in 30 years' time.
Maybe tomorrow. Next week,
maybe tomorrow, you know?
Yeah.
I'm actually looking at making my own ties, you know? I'm actually looking at working with big brands, you know? Working with magazines, you know? Traveling the world, you know? Going to Italy, you know? I'll go to Italy.
You are?
Yeah.
You are going into Italy?
I'm heading to Italy.
Yeah.
Right? Because I've been building a portfolio for myself. Like I said to you, that it was a waste of time waiting for brands to approach me. You know, it was a waste of time waiting for people to come to want to work with me. Right? So I had to create my own platform. Right? So now me creating my own platform attracted a lot of brands. You know, I can mention a few like Markham. I can mention Fabiani. I can mention local designers like Tando Piliso. There's a project that I'm doing now with the water brand. In 2019, we started a gentleman's society. You know, and I style photo shoots as well. You know, so going to editorials, styling TV shows, you know, because when I grew up, I thought that I wanted to be on a magazine cover. But now I want to be the person making the cover.
Okay. That is just powerful on its own. And let me just say, on behalf of the entire team at Agape FM, may the Lord and may you be aligned with your purpose, and may the Lord guide you to whatever that you'll be doing and your future endeavors.
Thank you so
we
much.
will be seeing you in Italy. Will be seeing you all over South Africa as well, putting us on the map.
Yes.
What do you enjoy most about what you're doing?
Working with people.
Okay.
I love working with people. I love making an impact in society. I love helping people. I love seeing people grow, you know. So now with fashion, with everything else, when God blesses you, you bless others as well.
True,
right?
Powerful.
So I really enjoy the fact that people around me who support me, you know, and building a brand is not easy, to be honest. You know,
True.
As much as people would say they support you, you know, it takes real people to actually support you.
True.
You know, so building a brand is a lot of work, especially when you're at school, especially when you have family and so on, you know. But most important thing is that I'm not doing business for money. I'm doing business for growth, right? So now growing the brand, you know, and actually reaching higher heights, you know. Yeah.
Reaching higher heights. Oh, sorry. I'm inspired. I want to continue this conversation, but we all know that the Midday Talk is not only for only business people. So please do tune in and also follow Siagistyling on social media. Speaking about social media, where do we find you on social media? Do you have a website? Do you have a page? Do you have a number that we can call? Where are you exactly on social media?
Social media on Instagram, Siagistylist. Twitter, Siagistylist. On Facebook, Siagistyling. And WhatsApp number and phone call number 074-048-7298. Email address sitole@gmail.com for your bookings. I'm looking forward in having a lot of bookings this summer.
Yeah, you will have. There's so many events coming up, and best believe if you're looking for a fashion stylist, if you're looking for a tie collection, if you're looking for just to have someone to talk about fashion or that wardrobe revamp or wardrobe makeover, then Siagistyling is here for you, and Libongo Sitole has you in the bag, or just got you, because you also do shopping for people, right?
Yes,
exactly.
I do shopping for a living.
I mean, we are here, we're promoting this. It's a good thing. I mean, it's a good thing, and I hope that you, dear listener, has found or will go into those social media platforms to see what he has to offer. We never leave, or we never allow our guests to leave without leaving a word of encouragement to our listeners. So there you go.
A word of encouragement.
Yes.
Life is not easy, especially for us like young people,
True.
We face a lot of trials and tribulations along the way. We face anxieties, we face depression, we face all of those things, but I believe that everyone has a purpose in life, and God plants that purpose for a reason.
True.
So now it's up to us to actually get up, invest in that purpose and work towards it every day. You'll get tired, it's okay, but don't sleep. Get tired, rest, get up, move again. Right? Fashion industry is not easy at all. Sure. So if you're looking to go in fashion, to styling, it's not easy, and blogging is not easy as well. So you have to be prepared in investing a lot of money there. Photography is not easy, because now it's expensive. You'd find a photographer costing 1,000 per hour. You're finding that you buy a jacket that costs 6,000 rand. So invest on yourself, invest in your dreams, stay consistent. Feed that dream, because to be honest with you, I'm here today in the station because of my consistency.
True.
You guys would never see me if I wasn't consistent with what I do.
True.
Not that I didn't get tired, not that I didn't think of giving up, not that I didn't have doubts and fears. I did all, I had all of those things, but by the grace of God, I'm still here.
Consistency, and do not sleep on your dreams. That was Libongo Sitole of Siagistyling. Ladies and gentlemen, the time is 44 minutes past 1 on a Wednesday. It is the 10th of November 2021, and I am Sambekela at Agape FM, the Midday Talk, where we bring you the gospel nearer to you. A tongue twister, guys. I don't know what's happening today. I am just when you're sitting with a person who just because I'm looking at the time and I'm like, I wonder. Wow. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you so much for tuning in at Agape FM, your favorite radio station. Please do tune in for more. And I am Sambekela, and I'm leaving you now with Jonathan Nelson saying, I believe. Goodbye.
Gracias.